all you beautiful people. Just trying to figure out this. I can adjust the camera angle all I want before anybody actually gets here or starts watching. Okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I entitled this video something gender dysphoria transition. What else did I say? Shit, I just put it up. I can't even remember what the hell I just said. Internal, external. There you go. And I had a question, and what prompted me to do this video is I had a viewer actually write an interesting question on one of my videos, and so I answered it to the best of my capability because I kind of understand what the viewer was asking, but I'm not sure. Hello, Kuzunori. Forgive me if I misspell your or mispronounce your username. I do my best. So, after I answered the question, I answered it to the best of my ability. Kaz. All right, Kaz. Thank you for joining me tonight. So, the question was how much of external versus in your head issue this is for trans man. Now, originally I thought that the individual was writing me this as a trans man, saying at the end of it, I'm a trans man also. But I thought that would be an interesting video topic, and so that is what that's what I chose to do this video about. So I would say that now I already answered the question when the individual I just answered the question because I just went on while I was smoking a cigarette to just look at the comments and everything, and so then I figured I'd do a video about it. So I mean, I can only speak for one trans person, which is myself, and I'm a male to female. I'm not female to male. So I don't know what the trans man experience is like. Wait, what? These comments, they go off so quickly. How it's going? What do you mean, deal with everything, Kaz? Just in general, or? I would say it can be hard. I made some other videos about this. Transitioning's a hard thing. You face a lot of things as a trans woman out there, and oh yeah, no, for sure. That's how I kind of took your question. It's really like I did a couple videos ago. One was entitled "Unapologetically Trans." It's a really good video. Got a lot of watches. Got a lot of feedback on it. And I did a few other ones. You really have to have a thick skin And you really gotta be kind of like, um, that's a little better. Sorry about that. You really gotta have a thick skin, and you really gotta give, just not care. It's hard, because a lot of people will, uh, it's a day-to-day thing. It never ends, almost. I guess it would probably end once somebody is completed with their transition, whatever that might be. Um, but I would say it just goes on and on and on and on. You really have to have you just gotta have like a badass attitude about it. You just give zero fucks what people think. That's really the best way that I could kind of describe it. Um, and I've always been not a rebel rouser or anything, but I've always been, I don't know, somebody outside the box and whatnot. Um, I stand up for what I believe in all things of what I believe in, and so, um, and you're also not doing this for other people. That's a key point. Doing, you're not doing your transition to be accepted by everybody in society, because there's going to be people that hate on it. You're doing it for yourself. That's all there is to it. So I would say to any trans person, my best advice is know why you're doing it and keep that in perspective at all times. Because you're not doing this for anybody else but yourself. And because a lot of us, myself included, we have to. We have to. That was a good question. Thank you. That kind of goes along with what the topic of what I'm discussing today. So, or tonight. So the question: how much is external? How much is internal? How much is? I would say it's all like. It starts internally, okay? Because if your brain's like a female brain, and your body starts changing to look like the opposite gender, which would be male, it's like standard to see it as it starts inside, and it's not a problem inside because you are who you are. This is what I believe. Okay, let me clarify that. Like, this is in the brain of Sophia, 100%. Okay, it's from like. You go about in life and you're just you're going through life and you really don't think about those kind of things until actually stuff starts to change in your body as you grow older. So it definitely starts on the inside. It definitely starts in your, it starts internally, and then I would say it definitely goes externally. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, somebody else is talking. or somebody else is writing a question or saying something. I thought somebody was saying something. Maybe that was just me thinking somebody. Oh, you said thank you. You're welcome, Kaz. I mean, I'd be allowed to say everything goes peachy, and people are going to be nice and whatever, but then I would be a liar, and I'm not a liar. The reality of it, most people don't care. Most people, and as you go along in the transition phase, or whatever you want to call it, it's going to you're going to blend in more. And then it's not so out of it's just not going to be so like, oh my God, there's like a trans woman. Okay. Or better yet, should it be, it probably goes from being like, yeah, you just blend in more. That's the best way to say it. I don't think that. I mean, all people are different. Okay, there's some people that say that they experience something like gender dysphoria when they're very young. Um, I mean, I'm not. However you experience it is how you experience, or when you experience it. I mean, I was saying, yeah, like, we're not going to stand up here and say, oh shit, I always did that wrong. Because gender dysphoria is like something. It starts in the brain. Somebody's writing me. Um. Viewer. I don't know. That's how you approach it. Okay. How you want to how you want to approach it, how you want to go about it, how you want to live it. That's entirely up to you. Okay. I mean, there was a lot of years prior to me going on hormones that I looked very androgynous. And I kind of did it for maybe a similar reason. So this is prior to taking any type of hormones, and I've already talked about that. I already talked about taking the hormones and getting them and stuff. So I think I've stressed that long enough. Okay. in my previous videos about going to a doctor. Just do it the right way. Um, but for a good number of years prior, several years prior, I presented very androgynously, and it was kind of as an attempt to just ease into things more comfortably. Um, there was possibility other like I didn't have boobs, okay. Um, uh, so there was some things didn't that I didn't have. My hair was more thin. Okay, I mean like right here you can kind of see it, and I really don't like to pull my hair back. But because I didn't start transitioning until I was like well into my adult years, um, they've kind of grown out. But eventually, what I'm probably gonna have to do is see how much thicker it gets in there. But honey, they went like all the way back. It was pretty sparse. Uh, I don't even know why did I start talking about that. Um, oh, presenting androgynously. But I would put on makeup and I would style my hair differently. And that wasn't like, I didn't really start losing my hair until I got into like probably about age 34. So like back when I was maybe early 30s. I take that back, maybe early 30s. Uh, Prior to that, when I was like 28, 29, my hair was still pretty thick. And so regardless of not having, you know, breasts, hair was very long and I could style it different ways. Um, and there was some possibility just upon that. So long as I wear, like I was a little bit more, I wasn't even that muscular, never mind. Um, I really wasn't. So, Sophia, why in the hell did you bring all that shit up for? And people I was very in an androgynous plane. I was doing that to get people used to the idea that I was going to follow through with the transition. I wanted to help try to adjust other people around me. I also wanted to just kind of get into the mix of it all, like socially, work wise, housing wise. Uh, See how my friends would kind of react to it, because a lot of my friends just thought that I was gay. They were just like, oh, I almost said my old name. They just kind of thought, they just would kind of be like, oh, Stevie, that's not my prior name, birth name, but it's a good example. Um, they just all were like, oh, Stevie, yeah, Stevie's gay, Stevie's kind of feminine, Stevie, whatever, this, that, the third. Uh, and it just was kind of like, the social setting there, that wasn't a big deal. Um, Generally, you make too much of a big deal in your head about how it's going to be before you actually start living it. That's a truthful statement. Um, and there's other situations that you kind of are like, nah, this is going to go to hell with this person. And, speaking of that, um, everybody is entitled to their own opinions, okay? And my best advice, since I'm talking about gender dysphoria and having to transition, I mean, if you're watching this, or if you're watching this later after I post it, if you don't know what gender dysphoria is, you can just consult the APA, American Psychological Association, D5, that's the most recent. Actually, I think in all of them, there's something about transgender or transsexual. It's just called different uh, names and whatnot. Uh, that's oh shit, damn. That's the best way to get information about that. So I don't need to go into explaining what the D5 says. That would be like, what? Like, girl, we already know that. Oh shit, that's dirty. Um, so, um, what was I gonna say? I'm trying to keep my brain together here. Oh, I'm trying to remember what kind of makeup or what I still need to do to get ready. Um, so I presented pretty, and there would be a lot of times I would go out with makeup on. Now putting makeup on, that doesn't make somebody transgender. Actually, nothing, nothing outwardly makes somebody transgender. You're trans because of what's going on in your brain. You're trans of what's going on in your soul, like your soul. I believe in souls. I believe that I have a soul. I believe everybody has a soul. That's my personal belief. Uh, that's just what I think, and I think that that has a great deal to do with people who are transgender. Oh wait, okay. Okay, that's a good question. Um, like, are you asking me directly, or like what my opinion is, or like if we're just talking in general terms, I'd be like, well, I don't believe the DS5 requires that. I don't think the American, what's it called, Psychological Association requires that. Oh, okay. Um, I don't know, to tell you the truth. I think that really ends up to be upon the individual. So what I'm saying is I'm not going to go out there, I'm not going to judge other people and say, oh, well, you say you don't have gender dysphoria, so you cannot be transgender. That would be like, to me, that would be kind of like ignorant of me. And that's why I don't do it. I think everybody's journey in this life is their own journey, and um, what, how they navigate through their time on Earth. We all have time on this Earth. This is my time. We're sharing time together on Earth. I don't know. I mean, there might be people who think that what? Yes, Cass, absolutely, it does. This is true. Uh, this is way true. Um, no, Alexa, or Alexis, I don't think that you've asked me that before at all. Um, I would just say, the only thing that I would say about someone, the only thing I would say is really research physically, medically transitioning, because anybody could take clothes off, anybody could take makeup off. It doesn't fucking matter. Just know, my advice would be know what someone's getting into. Um, if someone's going that route, but I also, now here's another good point. I also don't believe that somebody needs to be. I don't believe. Wait. Let me restate that. I believe that somebody can be trans, but not have to medically transition. And there's a lot of historical things about people who did not, there's no medical transition available. Uh, so I would say that it's definitely something that somebody can do, is not go the medical route. Um, I don't know. Alexis, if you're still watching, did I answer your question? Viewer, that's entirely up to you. And I'm saying viewer when somebody's writing something kind of personal. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for the question. That was a good question, Alexis. If somebody says something personal, I'm just going to refer to them as viewer, because when this goes up, the comments will not be underneath the video. So then the whole world's just going to be able to watch the video if they want to watch it. Not that the whole world watches me, but they should. Maybe the world would be a better place if they just put a little Sophia up in their life and you know, just kind of mellowed everything out. And I'm talking about like world leaders and shit like that. Um, but um, see, I get distracted in the car. I get distracted when I do videos in the car. I get distracted when I do videos when I'm putting makeup on. Because I want to keep things private that way. Well, like I said, viewer, I mean, that's up to you. I'm not going to say that when I presented androgynously, because I already knew that I was going to transition. Like, I knew I was going to do this. By the time I was like maybe 28, 27, 28. And even prior to that, it was like an ongoing thing in my mind. But finally, I just got to a point in my life where it's like, I'm going to have to do this. And that's just how it is. And so the whole Androgynous look was just part of easing into it. And also, like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, there wasn't a lot of information. There just wasn't, girl. There just was not a lot of information about this. I forgot to put on the blush. I can't fucking believe that. Damn it. I mean, there was a lot of information, but there wasn't like a plethora of information. It wasn't like what there is now. Okay. And that's part of the reason why, for a certain period in time in my life, I acquired hormones off the, you know, the internet and stuff. Which I always, whenever I bring that up, I always say I advise against that. It's not a smart idea. Don't do it, because you don't know what you're getting. You don't know how it's reacting to your body. You could just be getting placebos that you're paying 3 times as much for than having your own prescription, and they may not even be real. You don't know where they're coming from. Other countries have different regulations about food and drug and alcohol, FDA, and what goes in it, what's allowed to be in it, etc. So if you're getting stuff, you don't know what part of the world it's coming from. If you're already taking some other kind of medication, there could be complications. That's a lot of the reasons why I highly disadvise people to be going on that journey. They're super expensive when you buy them yourself. Like, well, I said before, it's like 3 times as much. And then also, by going to a doctor, you're going to have blood work. That's important. Because there's not a whole lot of health things that can happen when you're medically transitioning, but there are, like blood clots. Blood clots is one. What's the other thing? Oh, there's just some other ones that can happen. So you want to be able to talk to a doctor, and um, especially now. I mean, like 10 years ago, it was a different story. Kaz, no, you can ask me whatever question you want. Go for it. If I answer it incorrectly or wrongly, it doesn't matter, because then, no one's going to be able to read the question that you actually asked me. I'm just making a joke, Kaz. Yeah, go ahead. Ask me whatever you want to ask me. I think that's one of the purposes of my videos, is just to keep things open. I share a lot of stuff about my life. I talk endlessly about things. So I have no problem with any question at all. Go ahead and fire away. Ask me whatever you want to ask. While I pull the glue off of my freaking eyelashes. Oh. Hi Doritos. How are you? Thank you for joining me on my live stream. Good to see ya. What? There we go. I gotta keep pulling the comments up and stuff. Okay, do I want to go? Wait, is there questions? Okay, I already read that. Damn it. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna fuck this up somehow. Okay, there we go. Do I want to undergo surgeries? I don't know about the surgery. In part just because I'm freaking 40 years old. I don't know about the surgery. Part of my goal with my second run with the hormones that I've been on and everything, that I've been medically prescribed, is I want to let it take its course, depending on, because I'm tall, I got broad shoulders, okay? If my boobs don't get developed to the point where it looks presentable with the size of my body, I might do a boob job, but I don't know. My aunt highly advised me against that. She's a nurse. God bless my aunt. I don't know if you're watching this or not, but I love you. She was like, girl, do not go get silicone, this, that, the third, blah, 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 blah. And my aunt's always been very supportive through my transition. My aunt's super cool. So I'm very hesitant about things like that, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a little forehead hairline pull down, kind of hide a little bit of this. Of course, my dumb ass went and dyed my hair blonde. I should have just kept it like the brown or black that it was. Anyways. Okay, wait. I had another question. Do you believe it is necessary for someone of the trans experience to seek therapy for mental health, I mean? Like before or after? Well, oops. What did I do with the chat? There it is. Do you believe it's necessary for someone to be trans experienced to seek out therapy for mental health before and possibly during? I would say it helps. It helps. A therapist helps. It definitely helps. No, Cass, it is not easy making decisions like that, especially for such an intense surgery like that surgery, okay? Um, to follow up on the other part, I've always been the type of person, Alexis, I've always been the type of person that I don't care. I got a real problem with all things that are institution. Medical industry kind of falls in that category as well. And what I mean by that is I'm always skeptical, always have been, since I was adolescent. Um, so I've just always been like someone that thinks outside of the box on a lot of things. Um, but I would say it definitely helps. I mean, I have talked to therapists, okay. I don't really talk to therapists or my therapist in a while. And part of it is because just at this point in time, I don't think I need to. Um, see, there goes that independentness there. Um, and I don't know what else I was going to say. I totally had a brain fart. Thank you, Jamel. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Um, Doritos, for sure. Thank you. My aunt is super cool. She's always been there for me. I love my aunt. I don't want to say her name, but my aunt's super amazing. And yeah, and then after she told me that, and this was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, she told me this. I started looking it up and I was like, oh, there is some potential complications. Um, it could get a little bit dicey. And that's a big reason why I'm very kind of like, I don't know, the whole surgery thing's a little bit whatever. Not really cool with that. You're welcome, beautiful. Are you seeing someone? Um, thank you. Um, actually, right now, it's tentative. It's tentative. I'm seeing where it's gonna go. Okay. Not really sure. Relationships just get so much weirder when you're older. Because I don't know why. I think it's just because they just get more stranger because you're just older. You have more life experience. So like the whole like lovey-dovey thing. Um, Thank you, Jamil. Yes, that's such a nice, sweet statement. Um, yeah, I don't. What the fuck is that? Oh, it was nothing. I thought it was like some sort of dead bug in my eyelash. So like, what the hell? Oh, hell no, y'all. Um, that is true. Thank you, Jamel. And I keep the faith, and I let, oh my god, I put a lot of, holy shit. It's a fucking lot of fucking, I put way too much on here. Damn it. It just kind of came out. Yeah, Jamel, I just leave that up to God, and I am a firm believer. I do believe that there is somebody for everybody out there. It's just a matter of finding them. Wow, that was a really good. I'm just telling the truth. You are so damn beautiful. Real talk. Well, thank you, Jamal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I can't pull the comment back up. This one viewer says, did you ever have any moments of doubt? If so, how were you able to overcome? That's how fast these comments go off. Overcome and stand by your convictions. That's a good question. That's really good. I had to know for 100% that I was going to follow through with everything. I knew the price it was going to cost me. I knew the people I would probably lose. With intent of help, people can change, you know. So there was some. I actually wrote a letter to myself about all this, and it was kind of similar to what we're talking about, but I think I had some I'm trying to think of how to say it. I had doubts, Alexis. I had doubts in the sense of I didn't know how life would turn out, and if it was going to be like I just didn't. It was the unknown. Okay, but it didn't scare me to not do what I needed to do. What worried the most was if and who I might have lost in my life. That was the only thing that really, like, if my social setting was completely different, then maybe I would have just gone. I would have definitely soul searched and figured it out, and probably lived at least, like back then, you had to live like a year in your appropriate gender before they would prescribe to you the hormones. And also the older that I got, when I started getting into my 30s, in my mid 30s, that's why I started just buying the hormones off the internet, because I didn't have medical insurance. I was like, fuck it, this is happening. But it is a very scary thing. It is a very complicated thing. It's an individual thing. It's for you yourself, the individual. To I forgot to do that. It's 100%. Where's the cap at? Oh shit. It's 100% on. It's a personal choice. It's a personal choice there, and I think I also have had that. I had a lot of doubts. Like, well, like, are the hormones going to help me out, or are they actually going to do a little bit of different stuff to my body? Make me a little more presentable. There's doubts on that. But I think my biggest doubt was like, is it going to just, is it going to work? If that makes sense. Like, am I going to get to just a point where I'm okay? And Alexis, you've been a very long time viewer. So you've probably seen the other videos. You've heard me talk about, yes, girl, you definitely know. You've watched my other videos. Like, you've been a viewer of mine for quite some time. So you kind of have, like, I've talked about drug addiction. I've talked about my alcoholism. I've talked about being sober. I've talked about being clean and sober. Like, my life was just so, okay. It was just so, it was fucking crazy, okay? It was just a fucking whirlwind. It was really hard. I forgot. I need to put on my pants. It was just a really, and that's, I'm gonna like, oh, I'm sorry, Doritos. I hope it gets better. Much love to you. Much love to all of you. All of my viewers. You're all wonderful. Thank you, Jamal. Imagine living in feeling like you gotta act in order. I'm gonna look because I gotta wrap this video up. So I'm running late. I know I don't have a time schedule, but I gotta get going here. I love all these comments though. If they would just stay up longer, then I could read them. Imagine you're living, but feeling like you gotta act in order to fit life expectations, but at some point it stops working. Wait, let me reread that. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's like the big part of it. And eventually it just becomes a situation of how should I say it? It just becomes a situation of getting to that point. I know. I mean, viewer, it sounds like you're going through it, and I mean, my thoughts and my prayers are with you. If they don't fall the fuck over, that shit would be crazy as hell. Just don't rush yourself on anything. Don't, just try to keep a level head, okay? And you'll do fine, okay, baby? You'll do fine. How about that? Just pull those tights on up. I can't believe I just put tights on. Oh my god. Okay, what other things have been said? Baby, Joelle, I gotta go out to, I gotta go to work tonight. Gotta go make that income. The new viewer here, just wanted to say hi and that I appreciate your videos. Thank you, Quinn. I've seen you comment a few other times. Thank you. And thank you for watching. I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure this shit's like all alright on my legs. Shit, it's almost been an hour on here. I want to keep my live streams down like under an hour because it seems like when people do live streams for like 5 hours, that shit just gets to be too much. Way too much. Yes, Quinn, thank you. I've seen you comment recently, here and there. Hello. Thank you for saying hi. Hi to you. Thank you for watching. And, thank you. IGTG, but you better slay and work. I love you so much. GTG. I don't know what GTG means, but you better slay and work. Wait, what did you say? Doritos, but you better slay and work. I love you so much. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you, Doritos. 100%. And that's absolutely what it's all about. Gotta get out there and gotta make the shit happen. But I love you too. Thank you for the nice comment there. Kaz, you're welcome. Love you too. What else? Thank you, Jamel. I will. Gotta go. Okay. Alright, well, Doritos, you have a good night. Thank you all for, hanging out with me for a little bit. And, yeah, I don't want to have my live streams be more than like an hour, like under an hour. That's okay. It seems like, cause I've watched some people with live streams that are like fucking 5 hours long, and it's like, baby, what the fuck? This is so long. Ellie, thank you. Oh, girl, that's awesome. I kind of like we're getting ready together. Yes, Alexis, thank you. I will be safe. It always is. Ladies, all y'all out there, always go with what you think about anything. Like if you don't feel comfortable in a circumstance or whatever, just follow that intuition. I can never get this side on. Damn it. Just y'all be safe out there. That goes for everybody. Always go with your feeling. Always use your street smarts. You know the rap. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Some of you might be like, what the fuck is this bitch yakking about? She crazy as hell. Anyways, thank you, Alexis. I hope that you have a good night as well. Okay? And be safe. Yes, Kaz, that's what that's exactly what she's up to. I want to post this video. What the fuck? Okay. That is a wrap. Oh, somebody else wrote me something. I'll read it and then I gotta go. Girl, it is, girl. And that's so nice of you to say. I'm glad that I've given you some inspiration. We gotta build each other up. It can be hard. I don't know where you live. I don't know what part of the country, or if you live in the United States, or what part of the world you live in. It can be very hard, and also, I got these fucking people walking around outside my window. By the way, sometimes I think when people talk outside, like, because there's stairs right by my bedroom window, isn't it great, right? Welcome to living in a weekly. It's fabulous. I think their voices sometimes pick up on my video. Like, you can kind of hear people out there in the background. Um, but yeah, back to what I was saying, like, okay, girl, Toronto's, girl, you live in a big metropolitan city like I do. It's not always as what people think it is. Like you run into a lot of assholes in large cities, right? You know what I'm talking about, girl. And I say that because it seems like people always, it just seems like people who don't live in bigger cities think that everybody in a big city's just like totally cool and totally open and everything. And it's not the case. Like, I almost think that you run into some of the worst people in the city than if you were just like out in the country. But I've never lived in no part of the. I've never lived in the country. I've never lived in a small city, so I don't know how that would be. I can't speak from my own experience. Anyways, Ella, keep up in it, girl. Okay, I'm glad I'm able to inspire you. Girl, you just gotta get out there. You gotta give them hell. You just gotta, and what I mean by that is give them hell by just walking outside the door, girl, and just standing tall, being who you are, and not worrying what other people think about. And I know you know all this, girl, but I just figured I would give you a little motivational speech before I head on out of here. But girl, just go out and pump it, rock it, girl. And when these motherfuckers talk they shit, girl, just be like, don't even, baby, don't even. Cause I know it. I almost forgot this. I know it. Y'all know it. We all know it. Got some life people out here. People know what's up. Alright. I'm gonna get on out of here. It's nice chatting with you all. Thank you for hanging out with me. Gotta take my sweater with me. Well, one I'm gonna put in my car, and the other one I'm gonna wear. Oh, well, I'm glad that we connected, Ella. You're welcome. Thank you for watching, and thank you, girl. You inspire me too, because like we inspire each other. Okay. Thank you though. Thank you. CRB Vegas. I'm sorry, baby. I'm just about to leave. I'm done. I'm gonna post this probably for like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is right now. But I'll put it on up if you wanted to watch it. Sorry I missed you, hon. I hope you're having a good night, okay? Anyways, friends, keep doing what you do. Thank you, Kaz. Ellie, love you too, girl. Take care, okay? You all have a blessed night. God bless. Be safe. Be well. Be relaxed. Enjoy your evening wherever you're at. And I love you all. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Oh, shit. Bye-bye, you all. Take care.